Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I have set up what's pretty much like my ideal playroom situation or like setup for my kids that's Montessori inspired, but that we were able to do on a budget. We are a one-income family and we have 2 children. Something that was a big priority to me when having kids was to have a nice toy setup for them, and I had to figure out how to do that on one income. So I'm going to show you how I did that, and I'm going to share a couple little tips on how I've been able to do it. Make it cute, functional, and you can do it on a budget. There's hardly any investment really in any of this, especially compared to a lot of different videos I've seen on the internet. It's like Montessori inspired playroom stuff. A lot of it can get really expensive, and so I'm going to show you how I created a fun little setup for my kids, but it did not break the bank. So a little bit about me first. My name is Hattie. I am 23 years old. I have 2 kids. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and we are a one-income family. We are currently on our debt-free journey, and so yeah, if you are interested in anything along those lines, if you're a mom, if you have little kids, if you're interested in watching our debt-free journey, if you're interested in how to do stuff on one income, definitely subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to start creating a lot more content within those, like within that range of topics. So subscribe if you're interested in that, like this video if you enjoy it, and I'll get into it. I'll show you guys how I created a fun play area for my kids, but it did not break the bank. This right here behind me is our kids' main toy shelf. So it's a little cubicle thing. This came from Walmart, but I like the IKEA cubicles, but we don't have an IKEA in our area, and to get stuff shipped was insanely expensive. So yeah, I got this one from Walmart. We got it like a year or so ago. I believe I paid 40 bucks for this. But then yeah, I love having individual cubicles to put each toy in. It helps my kids a lot with organization, with learning to clean up. Both of my kids are in that stage of like learning how to clean up after themselves. And if you have the toys neatly organized on a cubicle like this, it is so much easier. It's so much better on my mind, because it's, you know, the toys are in there, it's tidy, it's so much nicer. But with having cubicle, one of the things I love is having things in baskets. That brings me to my tip number 1, which is thrift your baskets first. Always look at a thrift store. Thrift stores have tons of baskets, little cubbies like this. Yeah, pretty much every basket I have is either thrifted or I got on like a crazy sale at Hobby Lobby or something like that. I don't ever buy baskets full price. I have this one. I got this cute one at a thrift store not terribly long ago. The other thing is toys that are big enough, don't put them in a basket. Like you can see this truck back here and the stacking toy, they're not in baskets. There's no need for a basket for stuff like that. Sorry, my cat is meowing, so if you hear something, that's my cat. The other thing is thrifted toys. The Goodwill in my area does not have great toys at it, but we have another just like independently owned thrift store that has amazing toys there. You gotta kind of go frequently though. So that's another tip I have, is go frequently to your local thrift stores, the little small hole-in-the-wall thrift stores that you would never expect to have great toys. Almost every time I go to one, I find great toys. We've had a lot of our wooden toys have come from thrift stores. Besides the stacking toy back here, I have never bought one of their wooden toys straight up. I always thrift them. They're in great condition whenever I get them, and I always just go through and disinfect. I use vinegar. Don't buy a thrifted toy and just immediately give it to your child. Always disinfect your thrifted toys. But yeah, thrifted toys. There are so many good ones we've been able to get. We actually recently got like this little dump truck that was really cute. I'm actually gonna grab it for you. So like I got this little dump truck for the kids. So this is a really high quality plastic dump truck. It comes apart. Super cool. I paid $2.50 for this. So that's just an example of like, look at your thrift store before you go on Amazon or you go to Walmart or whatever. Go to your thrift store and go frequently. Like my kids think it's great. We kind of make a play day out of it. Like we'll go and the kids play around with all the toys at the thrift store while I really get to look through and see what we can find. My other tip, if you it's like the next level up from thrifting, is go somewhere like TJ Maxx, where their toys are drastically discounted from what a normal store is going to be. I got my daughter's Magnetiles from there. Magnetiles are a little pricey, but I managed to get these. It was a kind of a small set, but I think I paid maybe $6 for it. So thrifting is always my first option. I always go thrifting, but then TJ Maxx is like my backup before going to Amazon or Walmart or somewhere where I'm gonna pay full price for toys. The other thing, which is great if you're on a budget, is pots and pans. So this goes right along with like Montessori, letting your kids play with normal everyday items. Pots and pans, you already have them in your kitchen. You probably already have an abundance of them if you're like me. I have multiple pots and pans, and the main thing I use in my kitchen is my cast iron. So I don't use a lot of my stainless steel. And so, yeah, my kids, they love playing with my pots and pans, ladles, spoons, measuring cups, as long as it's not glass. Don't give your children glass. Yeah, pots and pans. Children, my children love pots and pans to play with. It's great. I already have it, so it's pretty much free. So, yeah. Another thing we have is plants. So this is a real plant. And then I have another one back here that was thrifted. So my other tip for you is add greenery into your kids' play area. I think it's amazing for just your mental health and your well-being to see green. There are actually studies that show how good it is for you to see plants, even when you're indoors. I know if you have little kids, keeping up with houseplants can be a little bit like one more thing you have to take care of. So if you're not up for that, go to a thrift store and look for plants. Any of my fake plants, I have thrifted. So look at your thrift store for plants. Look at places like TJ Maxx for plants. Find somewhere that's discounted to buy your plants for decorating. I also would say anything like wall decor for your kids' playroom, thrift it. Always thrift first. In my daughter's room, we have like a full-size map that's on the wall. It's like a big tapestry. We got that at like a bargain hunt before they closed. And so thrifting, the overall thing of this video, thrift your kids' stuff. So in our play area, we do have this cubicle, and we have another one that's just for books. So a couple tips on books if your kids love books, which my kids are obsessed with books. Thrift, obviously. And then also online, there's different like secondhand bookstores. You can look at stuff like that. I don't know if it's Nashville or Franklin. One of those has what is it called? McHale's? I can't remember the name of it. Something like that. It's basically a store that you can take used books to, and they give you credit there, and you can buy other books, and your credit goes towards the books you buy from their store. So if you live in an area that has one of those, go to one of those. If you live somewhere that there's libraries, you can go to a library. I've never done that because my kids write in books, they tear up their books, and I like giving them the freedom to like know that they're gonna have the book and get to keep it. So we personally don't do libraries, but you know, that's definitely an option you can do that is very cost effective. And then the other thing is Imagination Library. So we've been using Imagination Library for, I guess, since my daughter was like 6 months old. So like 2.5 years now. And we have gotten so many good books from them. A couple examples of ones we've gotten from Imagination Library is this counting bird book. It goes through and you basically are counting all the different birds, and it talks about a little bit of details on each bird. Very Hungry Caterpillar Breakfast. This is from Imagination Library. Super cute. It's a counting book. My children love this one. This is one, there's not a whole lot of like a plot to it. There's not a whole lot of story to it, but my kids love it. It's got catchy little like sing-along little tunes in it. And so this was another one we got from them. And then Dolly Parton's Coat of Many Colors. So yeah, Imagination Library has great books. So definitely sign your kid up for that. It's completely free if you want books for them and you are on a budget, because it's completely free and you'll get books shipped right to your house. Also, this was another item we thrifted. This is a little bookshelf. We used this for the longest time until I actually set up like a proper bookshelf here in my kids' play area. The other thing I will say is we do not have a separate playroom. Our kids, their playroom is our living room. So there's a couple reasons for that. We've never been in a place that had extra space for like a dedicated playroom. The other thing is I want my kids to be living room kids. I was not a living room kid growing up, and I want my kids to be living room kids. And so we let them know, like, hey, you are welcome here. Like, your mess is welcome here. Your toys are welcome here. And yeah, I love having my kids' stuff right in the living room. Doesn't bother me that it gets all over the place. I'm thinking I'm going to do a video on like current toy rotation, because we do toy rotations as well. So if you want to see a video on toy rotations, let me know. If you want to see an in-depth video on toys we've thrifted, let me know, because we have an abundance of toys we've thrifted. If you want to see in detail like the toys I have for my kids and where I've sourced all those, definitely like comment, let me know if you'd be interested in getting any kind of like toy inspiration for your kids. If you're in the same boat as me and you are a stay-at-home mom and you are trying to figure out how to do this on a single income and still give your kids toys and books and all the fun things that kids should get to have, yeah, I'm in it with you. Comment, let me know if you're another stay-at-home mom, if this is something you're also trying to figure out how to make it work in this economy on one income. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day. I hope this encouraged you in some way. And yeah, I will see y'all guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.